All right. Perfect.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Webisode Wednesday. We have a special end of year project that is going to be presented by Tori Wadlington to help us learn how to build a website that is accessible, inclusive, and captures our students' experiences and voices. So I will go ahead and turn it over to Tori. Thank you for being here, Tori.
Thank you for having me, Jessica. I'm very excited to be here. And hello to everyone who is watching right now. So yeah, I wanted to teach you guys how to make a website that is accessible. I am a special education teacher for the Marietta Valley School District. So I have a lot of experience in making different lesson plans or student engagement activities, making sure they're accessible and have the accommodations needed so that every student feels included and excited about learning. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Oh, am I able to share my screen?
You will be in just a moment. Sorry about that.
No problem.
Okay, about 3 seconds. You should be good.
All right, perfect. Thank you. So here is the website that I use to build my website, and it's Wix. I'm sure a few of you are familiar with it. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go to wix.com, and you may have to create an account, or if you have an account, go ahead and log in. I'm already logged in on this tab, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Before I show you exactly how to build one from scratch, I just want to show you some of the ones that I created for my class. So here is a website that I was able to make during the quarantine, during the lockdown of 2020, going into 2021. Here is my classroom website. So during this time, I taught a emotional disturbance class, or behavioral SDC, goes by different names. And I wanted to make sure that the class was, still engaged as if they were there in person. So I tried to bring as many things as I could from our classroom onto the website. So I have the students know me for loving penguins. Even now at the high school setting, my students know I love penguins and they'll bring me stickers and whatnot. And I introduced our new way of learning just by talking with the students, like, man, what an interesting time we're in. I truly miss you guys. Just being communicative with them and with their families. And I broke down everything by whatever we were learning. So we had science, language arts, math, and I was teaching my students at the time block coding. So that was our technologies, teaching them basic block coding and Lego robotics. And I had a section as well for where they could leave questions or concerns, or parents could. I had the address to the school and my email address. So some of the things I put in here to make sure it was just like our classroom. Let's click on say hi and go to this form. So every day I went out, sorry about that. Every day I went out for a walk during the quarantine, and I would record myself on my walk, just saying different things. It was on Flipgrid, well, which is called Flip now. And I'd post it on, yeah, it's Flip now.
Very clever. I love it. I love that.
Oh yeah, it was great. And so it was just a way to just communicate with the students and show them what I'm seeing in my walk. Look at this plant, look at this butterfly, look at this cool rock I'm seeing, man. It's hot outside today. What are you guys doing? And it also allowed them to communicate with me. And so we have Tuesday. I tried to make things somewhat fun. I thought I was clever making it Tuesday, but anyone go to a barbecue anywhere? I know the beach and campgrounds are open again, and some students would comment and tell me what they did, submit pictures. We use Minecraft for education. The student contacted me and said they're having trouble getting into the login. And so I put it in our form. Does any student know how to get into the login and know her password? Yeah. And so they were able to just help each other. And yeah, you can see I always had something trying to make it clever. I had found this website. I totally forgot what it was called. It's called Pixton. And
Pixton, yeah.
Pixton is really cool. I used it to make a comic as often as possible. So I made this one about myself, like, oh no, I overslept, I'll be late for work, and just going through the whole thing and just being like, oh yeah, I work from home, and then going back in bed and then just kind of seeing like, oh, I have a Zoom meeting, I got to get on here. And so we try to have fun with the students and just keep them excited, Another thing I added on here that I think will be great for other teachers to add was different forms. So I had several aides in my class due to my unique population. So this was the aides table. So students can come in here and ask for help or just say hello. And more times than not, they came in there just to say hello and show what they're doing. Some kid posted a picture of him making cookies with his family. Someone else was camping, just to kind of see what we're all doing. And I had an art share page where they could show us any art they were doing at home and whatever they wanted to. Another thing I thought was great were our activities. And I'll show you guys how to make all of this. And so again, everything was broken down into the different, what's the word I'm looking for? I always want to say genre, subject that we're learning, with links to all of the different software we use. So for science, we use Learning, Mr. Doug, IXL. For technology, we have, the code.org, Khan Academy, Typing Club. Language arts, we had Read Theory. I love Read Theory. iReady, the benchmark. And for math, iReady again, 60-second math, and Prodigy, which the kids absolutely love Prodigy. So they can go on here and they all had their information, or I had it if they needed help. The aides also had it, so they can go in the aid table and say, hey, I forgot my password, what is it? And they were able to just continue to do their work. Another thing I had in activities were our fun Fridays, because we always had fun in our class on Fridays. So I was able to link our Minecraft for Education account onto our school website, our class website, so they can click there and go into Minecraft for Education.
Oh, fun.
So there were sometimes I'd find, like, you can find old videos on YouTube, old movies on YouTube that are like the complete movie. So I'd find old stuff like The Mighty Ducks or The Sandlot or something like that, and post a whole video on here so they can watch a movie and we talk about it. Within my classroom, I love to keep things calm. I'm really known for that. And so we had various class playlists, and I found a way to put the class playlists on here as well. So when they were doing their independent work, they can just hit play and hear the whole class playlist of the calming music we had. I also would have calming backgrounds. So I would put in a different one every day, and they can just hit this, make it full screen, have just like a lake or an ocean background back there. Contact, of course, I have my full contact again, as I showed earlier, but those are just some of the things that we did. And, of course, it was a lot more engaging at the time with the students being a part of it, but it wasn't really that difficult to make. So I'll show you one more that I made. I made this a couple years back when I was showing this class for the first time how to make things accessible. So here is another one. And this is a fake name for, student confidentiality, of course. But I really enjoyed making this website, if it wants to come up. So this was just something I wanted to use so students can learn how to make.
That's beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, make their own portfolios for class. And so I started using this as I went into the high school setting. So they have their name, they can add their own video, little portrait video.
She's beautiful.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Look at her. She's beautiful. And she has a great smile. I love it.
Kathy, I have to tell you, I saw Tori present this in the summertime, and I remember this photo or this animation of this student. And so same thing. Yes, same thing. I remembered her, and she just stuck out to me as well. And that's when I was like, Tori, you have to do this lesson again for us, please.
Yeah, I like the idea of having a video like this, and as long as you have parent permission to post, it's just really,
exactly.
It's beautiful. You get a sense of who she is just by looking.
And that's the important part of it, just getting that sense of who they are and then their identity and just what makes them happy. And yeah, every time she turns and smiles, she just kind of gets lit up. Just like, oh my gosh, I love this. And so it was all about their culture and themselves. So you would just click the My Culture and Me. Hello, hola, konnichiwa, ni hao, whatever you want. My name is Erica, 11th grade student at Dope Education Academy. That's my future academy.
Wait, let me see. Okay, go on. I'm going to ask you a question though after you.
Yeah, no problem. And I love CS because it allows me to express myself. So this is where they would go and just add as much as they wanted to. Pictures, poetry, stories, journal entries. I was born in San Diego, but my parents moved to California from Nigeria when they got married. I love my culture because different things. I know in my classroom, I had them post or share different recipes of just family, cultural family dinners that they love, and maybe things I never heard of, especially things I never heard of. So it was always exciting to see the different cultural and ethnic foods that they loved in their household and to post it on here. And then let me see if the other link worked, because we made this like at the time while I was presenting. So it may not all be, linking right now. And it's going super slow. Sorry for that. While it's going, did you want to ask your question, Kathy?
Yeah. So you're a special ed teacher, correct?
Yes.
Okay? My questions have to do with accessibility software, so that when, for example, a student has dyslexia, I know there's specialized software out there that allows you to you can group the text how you want to view it. And there's other software that allows a person who has maybe visual acuity issues can make the text on a web page or on whatever the document is, they can change the background color to what they need it to be and then reverse the colors so they'll be able to read it better. There's also tools like Immersive Reader that lets you let the computer read to you so that you don't have to read, you can just listen. But if you have auditory issues, that's another issue that people need to have, especially when everything is online. And I wonder if you have any tools that you know about that do some of these things. I really actually need them for a Canvas class that I'm working on right now. And I've been trying to find the tools that I saw. I don't know how much they cost or anything. I'm just starting to do the research right now.
No problem. There's some things you can do that are free. A lot of stuff is free and it just comes with knowledge. These are things I had to learn. But to help you out right now, I would say, as far as people being visually impaired, you could see that against this kind of mahogany background, I have the bright green lettering. So that helps the wording stick out. I've used an incorrect font right here. I noticed that later. I need to change it.
Yeah,
but
that's
when I go to the My Culture and Me, I switch to the Anton font. You want to have it as kind of blocky as possible, which helps dyslexia and the visual impairment as well.
well.
And yes, ma'am.
No, I guess I wasn't clear on my question, so I apologize for that. I've taken classes on how to design things, so I have a general idea of the font sizes and the color schemes that you have to use. But I was thinking, in a Canvas course, you may not need that.
Yeah.
But the ability to be able to turn those tools on, do you know if any tools that do that? It's an actual product that you can buy and use it as an add-on inside of Canvas. Because when you design a course,
Canvas,
inside of Canvas it'd be something that you could turn on if you needed to. If you needed, let's say a dyslexia, you could actually change the text on the page. Because as you know, in Canvas, you've probably taken many courses like I have. And you end up on a flat, screen, and there's text and videos usually. The teachers will design something around a video, you watch it, you answer questions. So I'm just wondering if you were familiar with anything that you know about. It's okay if you're not. I'm looking for that right now and asking people that I happen to come across to see if I can pick their brains to see if they know something, because I know there's tools out there for that purpose. And they have to be made accessible and available to any students taking an online course that's designed by an educator, because we need to make sure that they have the ability to turn things on and off as needed inside of a course.
So, Kathy, have you reached out to Canvas? I know there are representatives from Canvas that may be available to help you with that. And I think later Tori is going to be showing us some of the accessibility features in Wix, which is the platform.
Which I love. I look forward to that. Who's the Canvas?
I greatly appreciate it.
That you do business with? Who is that? Or who is
I don't know off the top of my head, but I'll follow up with you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Sorry, I didn't want to take you off, but it's something that's important to me. So I apologize. I'm sorry.
Oh, good. Well, this is about accessibility, so that's definitely within the realm. We appreciate the question.
Yeah, and one thing that also helps that you could use on Canvas is there's certain browsers that have extensions that have automatic like dyslexic readers. And
Yeah.
so if your students go on Canvas through their device and they have, say, dyslexia, they can hit a tab and it will change the font automatically on the whole page.
That's what I saw. And I just want to know what's the name of that.
Let's see if I can find it real
Don't do it
quick.
now. Don't do it now.
You
Go
sure?
on with your presentation. Yeah, I'm sure. We'll
I'll
talk about
find it
that.
and yeah, and we'll see if we can get that information to
Yeah.
you.
Go on. And this is so interesting. So go on.
Yeah, no problem at all. And one last website I want to show that I was able to make is this one right here. And this, you could use this one for just a student currency, you know, if you have a treasure box or something of that sort.
Oh, yeah.
So I made a online bank account for myself called Mr. W's Credit Union.
I love it.
And I made them each individualized little credit cards with QR codes that were linked to their
so cool.
website, you know, bank accounts. And so they could just come on here and just check whatever they had, how much W bucks they had. You can see their W card here. And
oh, that's cool.
Right before our treasure box on Fridays, they'd be able to kind of go in there and just say, oh, I have this much. I want to save up for this much. And I also use this to teach them money math. And the best way I can teach them how to budget at that younger age is just kind of keeping track of your money. Because I was like, by the time you guys are my age, I don't know how much cash and coins are going to be around. So you want to learn how to manage electronic money.
Yeah.
So, you know, they had their account, their investors were like our age and different things. And then
how do you get money on your credit card? How do you get it?
So I can't remember the exact website. It might be on my account, but there's a website that has an online student banking. And whenever they did anything, you know, positive, any positive reinforcement, I'd go and just onto their website, onto their accounts that I had access to and put in X amount of dollars. Like, hey, thank you for being respectful out there and helping clean up trash. I'm gonna give you $10 towards your account. Different things like that. And then they would just come and tell me, yeah, I want to get lunchtime with Mr. W, or I want to get an otter pop. And I would say, all right, and just scan their little QR code and it would take me to their account and I would just deduct the money and then just kind of keep it moving that way.
That is so fun.
Yeah, it was really fun.
It's like PBIS.
It is. It is.
I mean, it is PBIS, but I like the way this expression of it is because I think it has double folds, you know, the teaching of banking and the idea of using a credit card and earning quote interest or earning money on your credit card that you can use for your own, like you would in real life. You would save money and then you would want to go buy something. I love it. I love it.
So now I'm gonna show you guys how to make one.
Hey, let's go.
You'll go to you go to Wix. You'll be on our homepage. You won't go to the page I have, and you'll go to create new site.
How much does this cost?
Wix is free. That's the great thing. They have premium options, but for what we do, you won't need a premium account at all. And so for here, you can I put classroom. You can type in classroom, blog, classroom garden, class site. So I'll click class site and hit next. And let's just go with Kathy. What do your students call you? Do they call you Mrs. Rodriguez, Mrs. Kathy? Oh, you're on mute, actually. You're still on mute, Kathy. It's totally fine.
I don't have a classroom right now. So my work is out of the classroom and I go into classrooms and see students. So they do call me Miss Rodriguez. They do. They're very formal in my environment. I don't need them to be formal, but because our students are incarcerated, they teach them to be, you know, they want them to learn formal manners and to be respectful. So for that reason, I don't let them call me by my first name. Otherwise, I wouldn't care. But yeah, there you go. That works for me. Sure. Go ahead.
So you'll name it Miss Rodriguez's class. You'll hit next. And for your first one, you can keep bookings in there. I kept bookings in there only because I had IEPs. So it allowed parents to kind of plan IEP meetings with me or any type
Oh,
of
that's nice.
with me. And so if you have any types of meetings you have to have with students or staff or parents, you can keep bookings in there. Otherwise, you just go ahead and add chat, blog. If you have a classroom Instagram, you can add an Instagram
Right.
feed. Portfolio, which will allow you to kind of display student art or writings. And then go to, let me move this out the way. Next. And right here.
Question, should we be overly generous when creating just because we might need that, or is it easy to add it back later?
I would, for your first one, I would be overly generous. And if you don't need it, you can always have that part of the website just not published yet. And that way, if you're like, oh, you know what, just kind of adding stuff throughout the time. All right, now I'm ready to publish it versus having to go back in there and edit and try to add all that stuff later. So it's fine to click on it now, and I'll show you how to keep it from being published at the time.
Okay.
So for your first website, you're going to want to go with begin with the template, just because it's a lot easier than you just kind of going in there and not being able to.
Oh, wow.
I would hit all templates because the first thing it shows you is just the most popular ones. So go ahead and hit all templates. Up here, you'll type in classroom and just go ahead and hit enter, and it'll show you the standard classroom booking website. And you can just kind of pick one. You can see mine was based off of
Yeah, it's beautiful.
one. Find one that works for you. Let's go with this one. It's really nice. So before you edit it, you want to hit view just to kind of see if you like the aesthetic of the website, if it works for your class. And of course, you can change all the wording and everything in there. So just kind of look through it, see what they have to offer. This will pop up all the time. Just go ahead and hit that X and just kind of see what else they have. Okay, they have an about page. So this allows you to not have to create all these different pages. You can just go in there and change the text, you know.
Nice.
And a testimonial section, events and workshops, classes, gallery contacts. Let's say you like this one. Up here, you'll hit edit this site. And you want to be, it takes a while, so it's going to be slow for everybody right here. It's just kind of thinking, I guess. You think it'd be a little faster now, but it goes slow right here. So don't freak out if it happens on your computer. It's going really slow. Now it's like awkward.
That's okay. I was actually going to say, I'm very impressed with how easy it is to kind of build the template and the outline of it. And they have a lot of offerings. It looks like for the STEM one, you know, basically what you are looking for or what you want the website to reflect. It seems like there's something that you'll find.
Oh yeah, definitely. So right here, you want to be careful to not hit this. Do not hit dev mode, because that's going to change this easy setup into HTML coding setup. And unless you're very familiar with it, just leave it right here. And so to see how it may look on mobile as well, you can switch from desktop to
nice.
mobile.
Nice.
So that way you can see like, oh, if parents are on the website on their phones checking, like how's it
They're gonna look, that's what they're gonna see.
Yeah, just see how things look, because it may look good on the desktop, and you can switch over and say, it looks kind of weird. Let me change the spacing between the words. So don't hit quick edit. That's going to kind of throw you off. What you want to do is, let's say you want to edit this home page. You go to add elements, or actually before we do that, you do want to go to quick edit first, because let's say we want to change this title. So you see where it says title?
Yeah.
Change that to Miss Rodriguez's class. And let me just,
okay, I like it.
Yeah. And look at one of your very happy students right there.
This is one of my happy students.
Yeah, she's your favorite one. And you can change the color. I know you were talking about making sure the colors work for visually impaired students. So you can change from the muted colors to more vibrant colors that kind of stand out. The image as well, you can change. So right there is these little hands. You can change that to whatever you want. You can hit change. Sometimes they have stuff on here. I think they have stuff on here. Let's just say.
Do they let you? Oh, I see. Okay. Media from Wix. Well, Unsplash we know is okay. Shutterstock you have to pay for, but at least, you know,
Yeah,
going to,
so
yeah.
on the media from Wix, you can just go and add some of these, but you can also upload media. So let's say you have pictures from your classroom you want to upload as the pictures. You can do that as well.
These are all copyright free, correct?
If it's from the media from Wix,
Wix?
yes, it's copyright free.
Very nice.
Yeah, Shutterstock and Unsplashes too, but like you said, you have to pay Shutterstock. And there's other websites that you can use that have free images for teachers. You just have to kind of look them up and just download and upload them on there. So let's go ahead and do, I don't know. Let's just do this one because it's nice.
It's pretty.
Changes here, same thing here. You can, I think if you double click on it, you'll be able to change the picture, manage media. And help you, yeah, see, change the picture. So now you have these different ones you can choose from. And you can add media. It's a slideshow, so you could add more if you want and have it be a slideshow and do whatever you want there. So if you want to edit this part, you'll click down to it, hit quick edit, and or you can just go ahead and double click on here and, you know, welcome to class. And just, my name is Mrs. Rodriguez, and whatever, you know, you want to put afterwards, blah, 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 blah. I'm happy to see you. Here's our class website where we will be handling X, Y, and Z. I would love to post your art and your writing and just have different pictures again. If you want to keep events and workshops, you can, but again, you can change that to anything. So this can even be an assignments tab or an agenda tab, or depending on grade level, here are some testing dates. Here are some due dates of different things. Now, let's say you want to change, let's say you want to change gallery because it's not going to be an art class. You'll go to right here where it says switch page, but you'll hit this arrow and scroll down where it says manage pages. So you'll manage pages, you'll go to where gallery is, click on the 3 dots on the right-hand side and go to rename. And we'll make this the assignments tab now. And just hit done, and then boom, look, it's changed automatically. So now you can just go click on that and just kind of see what you want to do. So let's get out of here. Let's go to assignments. Hold on, please, let's go to assignments. 1 second. It may be because I switched it around. But right here, yeah, oh, we're on assignments. That's why it is switched. So this was a gallery. So here you can just post whatever you needed to. If you want to link it to your Canvas page, Kathy, and whoever else is watching, you can do that as well. You can just link a certain page from your Canvas page, like the modules page or the assignments tab, and have it in here, as well as like an agenda that you want to put in there. And just say, hey, you know, click on this link to take you to this website or to take you to this worksheet or this set of notes. You can see what's going on. And you can also have a turn-in tab there as well. And let's say you wanted to add something. You go to page again, manage pages, and let's add one. Let's do a contact one for parents. So you just hit contact, let it load, add page. And you can see there's different ones you can use.
I like the way it's already set up.
Exactly, right? So
you don't have to do anything.
You don't have to do anything at all. Just go in there and edit it your way to what you want.
I love it.
So now we have a contact page. So let's go to our contact page, which is going to be, let's put it right after about, actually. So now we're on our contact page, and you can just change it. You can see already that's really hard to read, kind of blending in there. So let's go ahead and quick edit that. Change this color. Let's just make it, you can even do pictures. I like doing pictures. I think photos are always just, I don't know, more interesting.
Yeah, I agree.
And so let's just choose this one for now, or let's choose, you know, you can choose whatever photo you want. I don't want to spend the whole time through them. or you can just choose a color if you want and just have it, let's just have it be orange or, just bright pink, gray, whatever you may want. And then right here, you can just change this stuff again by double clicking on it. Let's chat, or here's my information, change your number, change your email. And in here is where your parents or staff or whoever tries to contact you, they would put in their information, their message, and it would go to whatever email you use to set up the website. You would get an email from Wix from a parent saying, hey, so-and-so, I just want to know what I need to bring. So, whatever.
Good idea. School codes.
Exactly. And so let's go back to the home page. Might be easier doing it this way. And let's say you wanted to add something else to it, something random. So you go to add elements. And let's say from this home page, if you don't want them to worry about the tabs up here, you wanted to add a button that went straight to the assignment. So we'll do button, theme buttons. Let's just hit this one right here. Where is it at? And you can place it wherever, but I'm gonna put it right here for now. We will change it and put assignments. Oh, wait, take it easy. I can spell assignments, you guys, I promise. I think it's because it's too big, maybe. Oh, no, here we go. It was just, what is going on? Let's see what's slow. All right. And then where does it link to? You can add a link, or you can just have it go to the assignments page and done. And so let's say instead of them going through, let's preview it. Instead of them having to look up here, because you see how the assignments disappeared because it's so small, they can just click here and it will go straight to the assignments page. Had we edited this to be the assignments page. So you can put buttons for everything up here if you're worried about, depending on the age level or the cognitive ability, they may not be able to read through all these and know to hit more to go to all of this. Just have buttons somewhere for them to push, and you can make them anything. It can be this. I think for mine, I use Bitmojis, if you're familiar.
I love Bitmojis, yes.
So you can use Bitmojis if you want, and just this different things that you can use to make it, exciting. And you can see I went into view mode. So you can go into view mode and just see, all right, is it looking how I want it to look? Is everything connecting the way I want it to connect? And if it's not, then you can just go back to editor and you're good to go. Now, I know earlier, Jessica, you asked, what if we just put in a bunch of different things and we weren't really sure? So let's say you're not really ready to add the assignments yet. It's the beginning of the year. You don't want people to get confused. Again, you'll go to manage pages, go down to the assignments tab, hit the 3 dots, and then you'll just put hide. And now they can't get to the assignments page at all. And you can still edit it while it's hidden. And once you're done editing it and you're ready for it to be published again, you can just go ahead, do the same thing and go to show, and then boom. And another great thing, let's say we go to assignments, you can hit subpage and make another page and just add whatever you want. So now you have assignments. Well, assignments would be up here if I did it the right way, but then you can just kind of make it change by, what's the word I'm looking for? Subject again. Why can I never know the word subject? And so you can have it be assignments and assessments, or assignments, projects, assignments, notes. So they have 2 different pages they can get to. And same with contact, student contact, parent contact. So there's so many different things you can do. I'll show you some of the other things you can add as well. Of course, all the text and images and the buttons I showed you.
Tori, I have a question about the tabs at the top. Is there an option to add an icon or a picture?
For the tabs at the top, like these ones right here? Let's see. I don't think I've ever really tried that. We're gonna try some new stuff. Let's see. Go into design, customize design. It may not be. I would say your best bet would be to take these away and just add buttons up here.
I see.
And you can just customize your buttons instead.
That's a great suggestion. Okay, thank you.
And there may be a way, and it may be locked behind the premium, or I just don't know yet, but I'm sure it's very customizable. So you should be able to do whatever you need to do. What else can you add? Video and music, contact forms, content manager, a blog, which I love to keep a blog with my students and just tell them what's going on, and they can go in there and add stuff as well. And of course, the bookings, so parents can, book meetings with you. So there's a lot of great things you can do on Wix. I've also used Canva to create websites before, and that's also fun. But I feel like Wix is more user-friendly. You can do a lot more with Canva, but it's going to take more work. With this, it's right there for you. You just switch around the wording, you switch around the pictures, and you have a professional website in no time. And once you're ready, you would just hit publish. You're like, hey, everything's looking good. I think I'm good to go. I'm going to hit publish. And it gives you your domain, missrodriguezclass.com. And this would pop up as your default website name. You can pay extra if you want it to be very personalized, but
okay.
You don't really have to, but it's up to you if you want to. I don't know how much it costs, but you would just go ahead and hit done, and you're good to go. Your page is done. So now let's go back to the main page. This stuff. And again, it's very slow.
Well, that's coming up. Can I ask 2 questions?
Yes.
First question, can you add collaborators onto the site who can also edit? And then second question, how have you advertised your site so that it's easy for students and parents to find?
So yes, you can add collaborators because I added my aides as collaborators. So that way they can always go in there and add stuff or communicate with students if I was unable to. So you can add collaborators that way, and they can help edit the website as well. And I advertised it with my students similar to what I'm doing now. I just made a quick video of a screencasting. Hey guys, here's our new website. Here's how we're going to do it. I'll walk you through everything, and just showed it to them in an email out to their parents. And now in the high school setting, I just put it on my Canvas page. Like, hey, here's our class website on the Canvas page. Go click on this and I'll walk you guys through it. It's easier now in the physical setting because I can just show it on a projector screen and show them exactly what to do. And I also, if I record it, the parents also see it, so they know how to operate it at home as well. So from here.
Is there a QR code?
Well, you can always make a QR code. Where is on my site? So I'll show you exactly how right now. So let's say we're going to go back to Miss Rodriguez's class website. And there's different websites that allow you to make QR codes. And you would just take, I don't know why it's showing me like this, but let's say right here, we're going to take her link and then just type in, QR code generator. There's tons of them.
Yeah, that's one. Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, you can use whatever one you want.
It's so cool though that you can do this so easily. I love it.
I know, it's really crazy. And then you can
wonderful.
Paste in the URL.
There it is.
And
soon.
Right there. And then boom, just download it as a PNG, not a SVG, but as a PNG, and just add that to whatever you need. The bottom of your email address.
I love it. I love it.
This page, whatever. And then they can just scan that, and then boom, they're good to go.
So perfect.
So yeah, I hope that was help, and that you guys enjoyed that. And thank you for coming. Do I have any other questions? I know we were joined by somebody else. Any questions from you, Ms. Dominique? No? Okay.
Somebody said this was awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. I've never really looked at Wix. I've only ever heard of it. And until today, I thought you had to pay to use it. I
No.
didn't know it was free. I thought you
Yeah.
had to pay, so I never went there for any reason, because I just thought, I'm not gonna pay for it, so never mind. But this is
Yeah.
it's really great. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. And thank you for coming, Kathy. Thank you, Dominique, for coming. And for those who are going to view the recording, thank you. And Jessica, it's okay if you share my email as well when you send it out. If you have any more questions, Kathy, feel free to email me and I'll help out as much as I can.
Well, you know my interest.
Yes, we got to get back to Kathy about Canvas.
Yes, we do.
Tori, thank you so much.
Just kidding,
for this
just kidding.
amazing tutorial. All the ideas, everything you showed us, you did that so succinctly, but really got all of these ideas flowing in ways that you can use the website. And then the way you were showing us how easy Wix has it laid out, even thinking like having the kids create their own website and thinking for
That would be
next year.
wonderful.
As teachers are preparing, thinking, let's start creating a portfolio of all your work throughout the year. And then they can break it up by different projects that they've created. And I like how you showed us the website you had for coding and then some artwork. I mean, possibilities are endless. So thank you so much, Tori.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
All right. Thank you everyone for attending and for joining Webisode Wednesday. Thank you so much, Tori Wadlington.
See ya.